Hello everyone, my name is Haris. I'm the CEO and the President of Mobilink Bank, which is based out of Pakistan. We are a country of 250 million people, but unfortunately we have not been able to do what we should have done in terms of unbanked and underbanked communities which are taking place across Pakistan. We as a bank working on different projects where we are looking after how we can engage people and include in the digital financial inclusion program. Uh, Out of 67% of total bankable population, we do have bank accounts. And when it comes to female population, we have less than 30% who've got female bank accounts. Um, Pakistan is a sparsely large population with very high geographical boundaries in terms of length and breadth. It's very difficult to cater all the population through brick and mortar. Brick and mortar is an outdated way to approach people, especially in unbanked, underbanked communities, and especially in the countries like Pakistan, which are still in the process of developing, where technology has taken a leap, but still long way to go in terms of how we can take this in terms of in our palms. Um, Mobilink Bank has worked extensively towards that, and our sole purpose is that we bring all those unbanked and underbanked communities in the financial inclusion space of Pakistan through digital means. And that's what we are doing, not only to build small businesses, agriculture, and also to livestock, which is our 27% of GDP. When we talk of overall how Pakistan has been affected in terms of the climate change being the uh, top 10 vulnerable nations and only produce maybe less than 1% of carbon emission. As a bank, we've got a program called Change to Sustain, where we are working towards how we can help our nation in building a resilient businesses where we can support them by providing finances through solar panels or solar pumps where they can help and grow their businesses, not only reduce their cost but also contribute towards the climate change which is badly affecting us. We have seen examples in 2022, 2012, 23, and currently when I'm talking about this program, we are also undergoing through a very massive flood which has hit us badly. And when we talk about these climate shocks and catastrophes, we have also observed, and data also supports, that most of the time women are mostly affected by them. And this is something which we have always kept in mind when we design our program, that it has to be gender lens in which all the products are being made, where we kept all these things in mind. Especially when we talk about our climate related programs, our focus is that how we can actually rehabilitate all those areas, not only by providing access to finance, but also help them understand what needs to be done if these type of events takes place, and how to help them in terms of they can be back on their feet by different programs. We have got different tutorials where we go and teach them, where a lot of women can open their bank accounts through digital means. That's the way, only way where we can bring them into the financial inclusion, and how we can support their businesses by providing access to finance through digital means as well, which is convenient for them and also efficient. At this point of time, we are catering 50 million plus customers in Pakistan, and out of which there are 20 million customers which are monthly active users on our Jazz Cash platform, which is the largest fintech and the payment player in the Pakistan. And out of this, roughly around 30% of the our bank accounts are being held by the female either borrowers or depositors. And our vision is that we would like to take it to 50-50, the way our population is 50-50. We also provide different training which is online and also through our platforms. One of the platform is our Dost app, where women can actually learn how to open bank accounts and can also be trained in terms of how they can be financially literate if they get into different businesses.
पुरसकून और आरामदाह ज़िंदगी के लिए अच्छी आमदनी का होना ज़रूरी है, लेकिन महंगाई के इस दौर में कोई आमदनी का सिर्फ एक ही ज़रिया हो तो नाकाफ़ी होता है, मुश्किल का सामना करना पड़ता है। मेरा नाम शाहिद अजीज़ है, मैं मुज़फ़्फ़राबाद की रिहायशी हूँ। मेरे हस्बैंड ड्राइवर हैं और मेरा बच्चा दिल के मर्ज़ में मुब्तला है। कहने के तो हम 3 ही लोग हैं, लेकिन हमारे बहुत सारे अखराजात और महंगाई की वजह से हमें बहुत सी मुश्किलात का सामना करना पड़ रहा है। मेरे बच्चे के इलाज मुआवजा के अखराजात और महंगाई को सामने रखते हुए मेरे हस्बैंड और मैंने ये फ़ैसला किया है कि हम LPG गैस का कारोबार शुरू करेंगे। क्योंकि जिस इलाके में हम लोग रह रहे हैं वहाँ गैस की अदम मौजूदगी की वजह से LPG गैस की बड़ी मांग है, लेकिन ये कारोबार शुरू करने के लिए हमारे पास कुछ सरमाया नहीं। मेरी एक दोस्त ने मुझे मोबलिंक बैंक के आसान कारोबारी लोन के बारे में बताया, तो मैं अगले ही दिन मोबलिंक बैंक की ब्रांच पहुंच गई और लोन के लिए दरख्वास्त दे दी। मोबलिंक बैंक ने मेरी दरख्वास्त पे फौरी तौर पे अमल दरामद किया और मुझे जल्दी कुछ ही वक्त में मुझे लोन मिल गया।
मोबिलिंक माइक्रो फाइनेंस बैंक 2017 से मुज़फ़्फ़राबाद में काम कर रहा है। इस वक्त मोबिलिंक के विन प्रोग्राम के तहत बहुत सी ख़वातीन को मुख्तलिफ ट्रेनिंग्स फराहम की जाती हैं। उसके अलावा जो बाहुनर ख़वातीन होती हैं उन्हें हम कर्ज़ा फराहम करते हैं ताकि वो अपने कारोबार को कामयाबी के साथ चला सकें।
Our purpose is not only to provide access to finance, in fact, how we can contribute to the communities which are underprivileged or have got an unfair advantage. Recently, we have also launched one of our very, I would say, priced campaign of invisible hair.
तुम एक बहन हो, कि हाल सुनावा, कि हाल सुनावा, कि बेटी हो, माँ हो, वजूद मेरा क्यों बेनशा सा है, अक्स मेरा क्यों लापता सा है, हूँ नजर में तेरी क्यों गुमशुदा, होना मेरा क्या खामखा सा है, होना मेरा क्या खामखा सा है। बीवी हो, कि हाल सुनावा, कि हाल सुनावा, कि हाल सुनावा। क्या तुम इसलिए विरासत में नजर नहीं आती क्योंकि तुम औरत हो? मोबिलिंक बैंक की दोस्त ऐप डाउनलोड करो और इनहेरिटेंस कैलकुलेटर से अपना हक मालूम करो, क्योंकि तुम्हें देखा, सुना और इज्जत दी जानी चाहिए। अपने हक को गायब मत होने दो।
Where in Pakistan, the data says that only 3% of the women gets the rightful inheritance share. So what we have done is that we have linked this with our product and embedded in our app, where any woman or female in Pakistan can actually log into our app and see what is the actual right inheritance in terms of our Islamic Sharia advice. and they can also put the amount and also tell the percentage of what they can do. This is a difficult subject which is being discussed not only in the communities which are underprivileged or which are not very literate, but also very difficult conversation in the urban areas where people are very well aware of that because of different cultural norms. And this is something which we would like to address as a bank. Other than that, our focus in Pakistan is that we not only provide agriculture and livestock loans, but also support small businesses. Because, for example, if we have to look at any development of the country, we need to make sure that we bring that entrepreneurial spirit and we give the right tools to businesses where they can actually grow. And Mobilink Bank plays a very critical role where we can actually onboard small business through a digital app of our bank, which is called as Dost app, and we can also lend through the app, which is obviously much more convenient. It's less cost effective for us and also for the customer. And then we can also guide them when we've got different tutorials how they can run their business effectively. For example, in terms of accounting or a bit of a tax treatment, how they can be done. Because documentation is a big challenge in Pakistan when it comes to small businesses. We're actively contributing in the cashless economy where our Jazz Cash product runs approximately 10% of Pakistan GDP through that, through our financial system. We do approximately 12 million transactions per day. And we also have the ability through our platforms where we disperse 150,000 loans a day. And that is something that is bridging the gap through digital, where people which are unserved in terms of the banking needs or underserved can get access to finance just in different modes through either Jazz Cash application or through different call centers. But we promote that it should be done through different, not only different platforms, but only through Jazz Cash, where they can get instant loan within few seconds, and they can also deposit back when their need is finished through online as well. And these are the small nano loans which have been existed in Pakistan through informal means. That is also playing a very critical role in bringing the financial inclusion in Pakistan, but also supporting the people who need them at the time where they needed it the most. Mostly these loans are being used for business purposes, and for people like who use different kind of cab hailing services where they put fuel or do a bit of a maintenance which they needed for a weekly or 2 days or 3 days to run their cab, and then they return within the 7 days and or 5 days or 4 days, and that's how they repay back. Similarly, also the different food panda riders which who actually distribute the home delivery services, they are also actively using this. And then also tailoring shops, they're also being used for emergency purposes like health and education. And a lot of female which are also operating for a home chef is also being using. This is an impact which we are creating through digital financial inclusion. This resilience has to be part of our DNA as a bank, so we can incorporate this in our long-term strategy where we can bring all these things together and make a stronger, resilient digital financial nation. As I said earlier, that we've got a population of 250 million and that cannot be catered through brick and mortar. We want to look every Pakistani to have a smartphone, and in a smartphone should have a wallet, which means they should have a bank account and they should have the tool if they want to do businesses. And that when we call small businesses, there we can actually help and bridge the gap between a consumer and a financial institution where their finances can be bridged through a Mobilink Bank. Mobilink Bank also is also working very closely with international partners like GSMA, Asian Development and IFC. We've also been part of a program by Asian Development Bank where we are providing subsidized loans to women entrepreneurs through State Bank of Pakistan, and we want to continue this. We are a leading partner from the Asian Development Bank because our focus is that because we do see the literacy rate and the banking rate and the banking numbers in the females are much less than the male in Pakistan society. So we want to bridge that gap. But we are also promoting entrepreneurship, particularly to women who either are starting their businesses or in process of scaling up their businesses. So we've got a program, Women Inspiration Network, call it. Under that program, we have also launched a first women incubation center by any microfinance, fintech, or any other commercial bank. Our first cohort has graduated and has given us a lot of confidence that we have got into the second cohort.
In the second cohort of an incubator program, we have handpicked 20 promising startups from the hundreds of applications that we received. I'm very excited to see their growth journey, and I'm enjoying the sessions and all the conversations that are coming up.
Recently, we got incubated at Mobilink Bank, and that helped us switch our mindsets from students to entrepreneurs, and it's been a really great experience overall.
Mobilink Bank Win Incubator program helped me a lot. I learned a lot from the mentors. They helped me scale my business, and I love being part of this journey.
The best thing which I like about the Win Incubator, it gives me the platform and provided me the best mentors who can help me to take my startup to the next level.
I love being part of Mobilink Bank Win Incubator program as it helped me a lot while managing finances as well as revenue modeling.
Exactly, she is right, and on top of that we have also learned that how to deal with taxation processes. Also we learn about product management, branding and packaging as well.
Initially, when we talked about our first cohort, our theme was also on digital and also on something how we can be more effective and productive in terms of the climate, where we can actually either launch or scale the projects which are more resilient in terms of the climate. That's what we want to take it in going forward as well. We also have a very strong focus on ESG, not only for the purpose of the environment, but also in terms of the social and governance. And when we talk about the governance as a financial institution, we have the responsibility that we do responsible business and in a much ethical manner. We understand that microfinance banks is considered to be in a different space where they only focusing on a very high margin, low income customers. But we also would like to see that way we can support people which are middle income, which are small businesses. And that's what we have also advocated with our regulator, State Bank, and they have been kind enough to understand that there's a big need for small businesses where they have actually increased our limits. And that's the way we are actually looking into how we can penetrate into small businesses, not only for business purposes, but also align our purpose, which is growth with purpose. So how we want to look at this institution going forward is that we want to grow, but with a purpose. And our purpose is to look after the communities which are unbanked and underbanked, how we can provide access to finance and also help them in supporting their businesses wherever we can.